So shipping.
Shipping off to Boston. Shipping off to Boston. The great song by the Dropkick
By
Murphys.
Boston.
That was used in The Departed, man. Come on, man. That was a great fucking movie.
It
And it was all
was.
about going back to shipping. Captain Kirk.
It's
Picard.
in terms of mob movies,
Yes.
that's in the top five for sure.
Oh, by far, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Nothing will ever compare to Godfather, obviously. I think that's like
Well, that kind of sets the rule, no?
yeah, of course. I mean, there was criminal movies before that, your Bonnie and Clyde and shit like that. Go back to your westerns, it was always that kind of movie. But I think the difference with the mob movies, especially Godfather, is the fact that they delved into the character. These weren't people who were evil. These were people who were forced because of situations in life to make choices that were
Yeah,
evil, let's say, or at best illegal. You know what I mean? Uh,
yeah.
and I mean, just think of all the one-liners that came out of The Godfather that are part of like our daily speak. Things that to take leave the gun, take the cannolis. I can make you an offer you can't refuse, etc. But like one of the best is tell him that Luca Brasi sleeps with the fishes, right?
Yeah.
And it's like one of those things you take for granted, but uh, you know, uh, the fishing industry is key to empire, right? There was a
Yeah.
great
Well,
book
yeah,
called
of course.
COD that detailed with the discovery of cod because it's such a versatile fish
Right.
and the way it could be salted and preserved and last months and months and months that
Which
allowed the Roman Empire to expand.
absolutely, and then and which they got uh, from the people that they conquered over in Portugal. Even though salting and drying fish in the Mediterranean has been a thing since the beginning of time. It was the Portuguese who, because of their geographical location, right,
Mm-hmm.
that introduced us to cod,
Yeah.
as the fish was coming down from the cold waters of the north. And We have the Portuguese to thank for a cod, or for bacalhau, as
Yeah.
it was originally, which is funny because it's still called that in many. The salted dry fish is still called bacalhau
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
many parts of the world.
And
Yeah, seafood and shipping, man.
see,
Key to civilization.
yeah, I mean, key to life in general, right? We came from the sea. We eat seafood. There's always something, uh, um, like when you eat any kind of seafood, there's almost like a primordial trigger memory that comes out, right? When you eat something from that has a taste of sea, something that has a taste of the earth, you're automatically transported back to like your prehistoric roots, where that's what you ate. And seafood, I don't think it's as appreciated as much as it used to be. I think we've lost a lot of the subtleties of flavors of different types of seafood. Everything is really generic. You're either gonna get lobster, crab legs, snapper, or salmon,
Well, yeah, but that goes with the globalization of capitalism and the people that make rules.
Yeah.
From now forward, we're going to eat the other white meat. From now forward, we're going to eat salmon because salmon's good for you. It's got omega 3s, and
Yeah, yeah.
uh, a lot of that stuff is dictated. Um, what I love is the freshness of things coming back, and the more people get educated and the more people learn, they come to find out that it's like, oh, you know what? salmon isn't the only thing that is rich in
Yeah.
oils that are really good for you. And blue fish is actually more. It's a lot healthier and a lot of good fats than. And people are like, oh, what's blue fish? Oh, it's all the fish that's easily caught by even simple pole and line, or hand tossed nets. And it's the fish that big companies or big corporations can't make millions off of.
Yeah.
Things like sardines and mackerel, and although mackerel has become a big, huge commodity now. Um, yeah, but there's something to a fish that's caught with a pole and a line,
Yeah.
as
And
opposed to the modern ways of.
yeah, of trawling
Uh,
the
and
seafloor.
it brings the human element to the nature, right? Like the old man in the sea, right? Chasing
Hmm.
uh, uh,
It was a sailfish, wasn't it?
yeah, chasing the taking, the conquering of nature,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Or is it nature that's going to conquer you?
But
Are you? Go ahead.
it
Sorry.
was done respectfully, though. You know what I mean? It's like you
Well,
versus
yeah,
nature. Someone
because
comes out of it.
because you were taking a life, or nature was going to take your life. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was all about respect, which
Yeah.
is not, you know. What's lovely is, well, we don't have enough time for that before. But it's what's lovely is that it's all coming back. So all these young people and all these young generations are rediscovering a lot of stuff um, that's fulfilling the cycle, right? Every
Yeah.
generation has. I remember my grandparents complaining about us growing up, or even my parents growing up, and they're like, "Oh, this new generation is worthless, and they nothing like us. We used to walk to school uphill
On our foot, feet, our hand, feet, foot.
on our hand feet fields." Um, and you guys can't even drive to school in your cars, and whatever. But the truth is that it's a cycle that repeats itself, right? The older generation complains about the younger generation, and as the younger generation learns through living, then they in turn will complain about the generation that, which is funny because, like, we make the generation that we complain about, right?
Yeah.
Not only do we spawn them, but we train them, we teach them, we prepare them, and then they're fucking worth and then they're
Yeah.
worthless. The entire, oh my god, this generation is completely worthless
Yeah.
until the generation grows up old enough and knowledge, with enough knowledge to say, man, that old generation is useless.
Hey, it makes sense. So look, when we were young, and let's just stay on the subject with seafood, right? And you were given a caviar for the first time. Ah, ah. But as you get older and wiser, and your taste buds
you,
change, you understand the
you
subtleties of
start
the flavor and the
understanding.
texture. You know what I mean? And
Absolutely.
and the young generation, has their learning the proper ways of doing things as we're slowly returning back to this, like we're talking about, line caught and hand tossed nets, the stuff, like there are places popping up everywhere that cater towards a different mindset, or like going back to nature mindset. All my seafood,
Absolutely.
every time I go anything, I go to the place in the piazza in
Absolutely.
San Lourdes.
Across Yes, across the street from the studio, La
Yeah.
Pauper, right?
Yeah, what's it called?
That place is called
Like the Lost
the
World or
SS
something. No, the
the Lost Ship.
Lost Ship
It's called
seafood.
the
Yeah,
Lost Ship Seafood,
and it had
which is, when was the last time you were in there, dude?
it's
So
it's
first of
it's been
all,
a while.
I've shopped there for the longest time, right?
Yeah.
And one of the reasons is not only the seafood and the great freshness of stuff, but it's the people inside, right?
Hmm.
Especially the owner. The owner, Captain Murari.
Yeah, with the big ass
I love that
beard.
guy. Gotta love that guy, Captain Murari. Yeah, have you ever heard some of the stories that he tells about?
You know the logo that they have, that it's the Cartesian and it's all points are south.
Absolutely, they're all
Yeah,
the compass points are all south.
that was
I
named
think
after
it's
his boat.
his the fishing boat, right?
Yeah, it was like the SSSS or something like
The
that.
SSSS.
Yeah,
Yes, the
yeah.
SSSS. Uh, funny. So that boat. So first of all, Captain Morari likes to be called Captain Moo. Right?
Hmm.
That's how you he likes to get greeted and how he introduces himself. But so that boat, I guess he worked that boat for like 11 years
Uh-huh.
out of in the northernmost almost in the Arctic Circle. The place was called Nanuvat,
The
Nanuvat,
Nunuvut territories.
Nunavut territory. That
Yeah.
yes, absolutely, the Chesterfield Inlet,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
So he worked that boat for 11 years,
And
fishing.
he had a crazy crew, dude. He had like I heard there was a
That
monkey on
that was
board.
there was there was a monkey. There was a guy. One of his crew members was fucking renowned for clearing the barnacles from. You know how the boats
Yeah, yeah,
underneath
yeah.
they get covered with barnacles and stuff.
Yeah.
The man used to do it in apnea, like no, like holding his breath.
He'd hold his
No,
breath.
and he would go down with a knife
Uh-huh.
and just spend whatever. I don't know how long. Obviously, this is not a 2 minute job, right? But he would totally clean the bottom of the boat in apnea with all the barnacles and
I
stuff.
bet there was
And
enough air in between each barnacles. He'd probably not be take another breath. Go to the next one. Go to the next one over and over again. Oh my
but
god.
how do you keep a monkey on a sailing vessel that goes? Some of those places are treacherous.
Yeah,
Pretty treacherous waters.
they are. I don't know.
How do you keep a monkey? How do you
He
keep
might
a
have been like
monkey?
the parrot, the pirate parrot. He would have been like the pirate monkey or something like that. You never know. But
What
every
inspired what inspired him was I he was telling me a story about he's a big fan of Mother Teresa.
really.
Then it's yeah, he inspired I was like, how did Mother Teresa inspire you to open up a fishmonger